We're going to build the factory of the future, literally, piece by piece, and we'll be using some amazing real-world tech as our blueprint.
Okay, so to really get a grip on where we're headed, we've got to look at the problems we're facing right now, especially when it comes to something like metal fabrication. You know, manufacturing is really at this massive turning point. The old way, well, it relied on these master craftspeople, these artisans, right? But that's becoming a huge bottleneck. It's slow, people make mistakes, we're all human. And honestly, there just aren't as many of those skilled folks around anymore. So the factory of the future, it completely flips that script. Instead of relying on a few people, it relies on intelligent systems that give you incredible precision and automate the whole shebang.
So where do we start building? What's our very first building block? Well, it all has to start with a foundation of pure, absolute precision. And for that, let's look at a key piece of equipment, the modern press brake. Okay, so at the very core, you've got machines like these. Think of them as two different flavors of the same idea. You've got the all-electric model, the Diamond BB. That thing's a speed demon. It's all about high-speed productivity. Then you have the hybrid, the Diamond BH. This one's the powerhouse. It's kind of the best of both worlds. It uses an electric system to be super fast, but then kicks in servo hydraulics for the heavy lifting. So you get both amazing power and energy efficiency. But here's the number that really matters. This is the game changer. Plus or minus 1 micron. Let that sink in. We're talking 1,000th of a millimeter. That's insanely precise. And it's not just a minor upgrade. This level of accuracy is what makes all the other cool stuff possible. It's how you get rid of waste and make sure every single part is absolutely perfect every single time. Okay, foundation is down. We have precision. So what's the next block we stack on top? Intelligence. Let's see how we can make the machine smart enough to actually become the teacher. So this intelligence, it comes from systems like one called Vidiri. And the best way to think about it is like a smart co-pilot sitting right there with the operator. You know, instead of having to read complicated blueprints or just rely on gut feel from years of experience, the machine itself literally projects what you need to do right where you're working. And check this out. It breaks a super complex job down into 3 easy visual steps. First, you see the finished part in 3D, so you know what you're making. Then, bam, the machine projects a life-size map showing you exactly where to put the tools, no guesswork. And then, for every single bend, it shows you a little simulation of how to hold the part and move it. It's not just telling you what to do, it's training you right there on the spot. And the results? They're huge. We're not talking about saving a few minutes here and there. We're talking about cutting setup time by up to 80%. Mistakes in scrap material, they pretty much vanish. But you know what might be the coolest part? The impact on people. The learning curve for someone new goes from months down to just a couple of hours. And this all happens without a single piece of paper, because the office is connected right to the factory floor. And yeah, this quote pretty much says it all. The whole point is to make it so intuitive, so easy to use, that pretty much anyone can operate this complex machinery safely and accurately. It just lowers that barrier to entry way, way down. All right, so we've got our precision block and we've got our intelligence block. What's the next logical step in building our factory? Yep, automation. It's time to let the machine do the heavy lifting. And this is a big leap we're taking now. We're going from a machine that helps a person to a machine that can just do it all by itself. This is how you get to real 24/7 production. And it also means people can move on from those boring, repetitive, back-breaking tasks. So what does this actually look like? Well, it looks like this. A full-blown robotic cell. You've got a robot arm working in perfect sync with the press brake. It grabs the material, it makes the bends, and it does it with perfect consistency every time. And this thing is built to just go and go. It's got stations to feed it new material. It can change its own hands or grippers for different jobs. It can literally run for hours with nobody even in the room. But listen, when we talk about automation, it's not just about giant robot arms. True automation is about finding all those little things that waste time, the hidden bottlenecks. And one of the biggest ones, historically, has always been setting up for a new job. And that's where something called the automatic tool changer, or ATC, comes in. This thing is brilliant. It completely automates what used to be a super time-consuming manual process. It finds the right tools for the job, puts them in place perfectly, and even cleans up after itself. So a process that could take an operator an hour of hard work, it now takes just a few minutes, completely hands-off. Okay, let's review. We've got precision, we've got intelligence, we've got automation. There's just one final block we need. We need the brain, the digital brain that ties everything together.
And that brain is software. Order comes in until the finished part goes out the door. It makes sure every machine knows exactly what it's supposed to be doing and exactly when.
And this quote right here, it really highlights a massive shift in thinking. Companies are starting to realize that, yeah, the machines are important, but the data is the real gold. Managing that information flow becomes just as crucial as actually bending the metal itself. And it's this seamless connection that makes the whole system work so beautifully. It connects the office software, you'll hear it called an ERP, directly to the machines out on the floor. So you can schedule jobs, program everything, and see what's happening in real time. It's all about maximizing efficiency and getting rid of those frustrating delays.
So let's quickly recap the building blocks for our factory of the future. Number 1, a core of insane precision. Number 2, we added intelligent guidance to help out the operators. Number 3, we brought in robotic automation to do the work. And number 4, we tied it all together with integrated data.
And when you snap all those pieces together, that's it. That's the factory of the future. It's not just a bunch of separate machines anymore. It's like a single, smart, living system. And it's more productive, more efficient, and way more adaptable than anything we've ever seen before.